as well. Hi, Randall. How are you?
Hey everyone, doing well.
Good, good. I am so excited to have Charles Specht here from the Permission Group. Him and I have worked together for over the last 10 years when it comes to producers and getting people onboarded and learning how to sell insurance. And so I really was excited that Charles Specht decided to join us for this webinar. And I will let you take it from here, Charles.
All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Randall, Jessica, thank you for getting it all set up and for everybody else doing the admin on the other side. It's a pleasure to be here. I just wanted to kind of start by just maybe a little bit of an icebreaker for a moment. You know, typically I would suspect that a lot of the people who are on here right now are in leadership, but likely also in sales. And so I want you to think just for a moment, go back to when you first started selling insurance. Put in the chat the type of an account that was your first client ever. I want to see exactly like what was the first client that you ever won as an insurance agent. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put mine in there as well so that we can all kind of see what people were writing back in those days. So Stu says a nursing home. All right. Nursing home. Mine was a plumbing subcontractor. I did a lot of construction accounts. Looks like Mitch, auto and home. Okay, so doing some personal lines. Life policy for William. Life policy. Nice. Home, auto, condo association, Little League organization. Interesting. Little League organization. That's kind of an interesting one for your first one. Jessica, auto parts wholesaler. Okay, all right. If it's interesting now to think about, if I was to ask the same question, not what is the first account that you ever wrote, but what type of business are you writing today? I wonder if the answer would change, right? Typically, our sales process evolves and grows and matures over the course of time. I had a client that I was working with. He's got a little over a $2 million commission book of business. And today he does mostly larger residential general contractors. But when he first got into the business, he just did limo companies. And so he wrote a fair number of limo companies. And today he says he only has one limo company still on the books. It's a good friend of his. But it's like our book of business continues to change and evolve. And why do we do what we do? That's what we're going to spend a little bit of time talking about today. Why are we doing what we want? Why are we doing what we do today? Because we have to ask ourselves, is it going to get us the result that we want tomorrow? Now, when we go through this, feel free to put in any questions that you have in the chat. I'll try to answer those maybe as we're going through. Jessica can also remind me when something comes up that maybe we should address. But I want to focus on three particular areas in this whole process of insurance producers, specifically even with regards to leadership on building and managing teams. The first thing that I want to talk about is mindset. Then we're going to talk about building it, and then we're going to talk about managing it. But at the end of the day, what I really want to talk about first now is really just mindset, because when we think about building and managing a team, we really need to start with the end goal in mind. The end goal in mind is very important for us. Otherwise, you're going to build something that you're not very happy about. Let me give you an example. I actually have a fair number of clients who come to me for training. They come to me for support and for really some opinion on how to fix this. They might have like a small commercial, maybe 300 little clients, $500, $600, $700 of commission each account. And they're sort of stuck at a $250,000, $300,000 book of business. And they are pulling their hair out because they are in nonstop renewal mode and they don't have time to prospect anymore. And they have created something that they are very unhappy with. But when they first started out, they were happy to put it on the books. The problem was there was never a shift. There was never a pivot. They continued to build something that they weren't happy with what they built. And that's why we need to really take a step back and ask ourselves, are we doing what we want to create and be happy with 5 years from now? Because the things that we do now are probably going to really start to flourish, show some fruit in about 3 to 5 years if we do everything the right way. So the first thing that I want you just to understand in regards to mindset when you're building and managing your insurance team is you have to understand that sales is war. Sales is war. It's an absolute war out there. Your insurance producers have to sell insurance policies in order to make money. Your agency can't grow if they don't sell. They